till she wonder how I leave you. There's no tears, my love, Albert cries anymore. Now I leave you.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Southern Yankee Beauty. I'm going to do a full face with you guys today. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm going to start using the Rare Beauty Concealer and just go in and get some of the spots. I've been out in the sun a lot this week with the wedding, and I've definitely gotten some sunburn. So we're going to go in and just do that to start, and then I'm going to go into the eyes. I'm going to actually use two palettes today too. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Safari palette because I'm wearing like the same color on my pants, and for the mattes, and then I'm going to use the golden palette for our shimmers today because the Safari palette is an all matte look. And I actually think you're going to get a lot of really beautiful combos by combining these two. So if you've been thinking about getting the Safari palette, if it's still available, I would pick it up. I picked on that today, and that's why it's all mad at me right now. My fault. I should not have done that. Sometimes I can't help myself. So, hope you guys are doing well. We had, like I said, we had the wedding this week. My mom and dad just left today, this morning, and are on their way back home. And then my sister and her husband and kids went to Virginia Beach. So yesterday we went to Virginia Beach with them for the day and got home about, I don't know, 8:30 last night. And so today, got a little bit of work to do, even though I'm technically off, just because we got some things going on. I do have to run to the post office and put some money in the bank. And I have to go, I have some plants and things to plant, and I want to get more plants. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start, I think, with the color Stone, which is kind of like a gray-green right here, and use that as the kind of all-over shade or transition shade. And then I'm going to go probably either into Savannah or Rhino. I'm not quite sure yet, which are a green shade. Let me bring you guys in. The goal is just to get a, just to go ahead and get a nice matte look to start, and then we'll figure out what shimmers we're going to add, because those shimmers are all gold and we're using green, but I think greens and golds look really pretty together, and I think these will look pretty together with the golden palette. So we'll kind of see how it all works out here. And I really don't believe I've used this Safari palette. I bought it and I haven't used it, I don't think, yet. So it looks like it's never been touched. And I was like, well, in case some of you guys are like Natasha Denona collectors and you have all her old palettes that way, and you've been thinking, oh, like, what other ways can I use the golden palette? I'm interested in it. Do I need it? At least you can take a look at this and see like what colors you can mix and match and how it will look good. I do think there's quite a lot of color combinations within this Safari palette that would look really pretty with the golden palette, because you can go, let me just show you. You've got your brown, your deeper brown shades here. You've got some burgundies. You've got some orange shades here, and they've got like kind of like these mustard shades, a little blue. So, and then you even could go pink here with something. So I do think it's going to be great. I'm going to go into Malia, and I'm going to just put, using the same brush, the one that I had the green on, just putting that Malia, which is a skin tone shade, up at the top. And that's just going to make sure that it's blending any of the edges of that green that might have been funky. And I'm probably going to end up putting, yeah, I always go in like a little bit more after I do that. I just blend it until I get it kind of where I like how it looks, So, but we're going to kind of try to match it to my outfit a little bit. I might even put some orange on the bottom, because I've got orange in this shirt. I don't know if you can see, I've got all bunches of greens and oranges. All right, I think I'm going to go into Rhino next, which is this green here. It's Rhino. I think that'll be a nice next color. very pigmented, which kind of what you expect. So this stone color, that first color, is going to be good to go over the top and the edges after you put Rhino down, because Rhino's got a punch to it. So pretty punch, but it's a lot. So I think kind of going over the edges with this lighter stone shade will be a really nice one to blend with, and still give yourself the depth that you want to have with the Rhino shade, because it's pretty powerful. It's got a lot of pigment. Put it through the crease a little bit, and then same thing, take that stone shade right over the edges, just on the edges. There. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and put my foundation on next. I might as well just go use this because it's here. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Really like this foundation a whole lot. I've been using it quite a bit. This is what I wore to the wedding, and through 92 degrees heat and 90% humidity, it lasted fabulously throughout the day. I still had makeup on at the end of the night. It was all good. There's a pretty finish to the skin too. We'll do my hair at the end. Hopefully that settles down, but if it doesn't, my hair will be covering it anyway. Guess there was a little bit of extra foundation right there. A little bit of dry skin right now. From the sun and the chlorine probably. All right, I'm gonna go back in right there where I messed it up with that stone, the lighter stone shade that we started with. I do want to bring a little bit of warmth into the eyes, so I think I'm also going to add Savannah, which is a little bit of a brown green, and see if that does anything. So that's this shade right here, and that's called Savannah. More of a, like, what color green is that? Like a khaki green? I don't know. Yeah. But it's more of a brown green, or an army green. And I think a little bit of a better green for me, because the other one was looking a little bit more blue, where Savannah looks more green. Taking that same one with stone, I don't have anything else on here, it's just what was already on here, and just rubbing it along the edge. Okay, for the bottom, I do want to go in with Thorn, which is a kind of like another brown, because I want to keep that brown in to make my eyes pop the way I want them to. So I'm going to take this one here. That brown is called Thorn, and I'm going to just put that right up against the outer two-thirds of my eye. I'm not going to do anything yet, because I think I'm going to take Terramond, which is this, to blend that, this mustard shade to blend it out. Oh, I got stuff all over my fingernail. But I want to get some of the colors on from Golden first. So let's go into our Golden palette. I'm just looking at the colors to see what I want to do. Alchemist might be pretty kind of like up here on the outside. So let's do that. Let's see if that's gonna be a good enough little shimmer on here. Okay, that's called Alchemist. Nice little bronzy gold shade. Okay, for the inner, I think I'm going to go in the middle with Kava, but for the inner, I'm going to go in with Aura, which is this light shade, and pull that up on the eye. Because I think this has like a little bit of a, it's much lighter, and it's got a really beautiful golden hue. It's one of the prettiest ones in here. It's great for an inner corner, but I think also going over any shade in here is going to be beautiful. Again, I think this was called Aura, yeah. Yes, that's so pretty. You can see it more here than here because it's just the way the light is, but it's all here too. Okay. Now for the bottom, we are going to go back into the other palette and go into that mustardy shade. I think Tamarind, that's what it's called. And I am going to put a little bit of gold under there too, but I'm going to go ahead and first put Tamarind and under the whole bottom to bring those brown shades together. Oh, went down a little too far there, which I'll clean up with my beauty blender. And I got a little bit of fallout there. I'm just gonna take that right there. I didn't do good. Maybe my blender will do it. Yeah. Okay, so I do want to take that same shade now, or brush, and go in with a gold shade underneath the bottom lid. And I think I'm going to go in with Kava, the shade here, and pull that right here. I should pull you in closer so you can see the... Just want a little gold surprise down there. I'm missing something. I think I want to go in with this really bright orange shade. Where to put it though? Maybe right here. Right in the middle. Yeah, I like that. And I'm going to take it on this top here. Kind of as a liner. I'm not being super careful with it. I'm just kind of using it and rubbing it across with the brush. Blending it in. Okay, I might add a little bit more sparkle to the lid because I think it might need it with a little bit of a darker brown shade on the ends. But let's get liner and lashes on first. I'll be right back. Okay, coming back in. So here's where we're at. I do want to take a little bit more of Alchemist right here, which is the first shade here, and kind of put that in, put that back a little bit. Now, one thing I did off camera that I added, so you saw I had the orange there. Well, I went over just halfway with this blue shade. This right there, this is by Ofra. It's an Ofra eyeliner in the shade turquoise, and just put it on the outside edge. And I think that added quite a bit. I like how that looked. So I want to get the same shade Alchemist, just kind of bring it back a little bit, because I do think we lost it, which happens sometimes when you're putting a bunch of liners and different things on. So, and then on the inside, we're going back in with Aura, which is that whiter shade right here. And I just want to pull this higher. It's such a pretty shade, and mush it into that Alchemist shade, because it really pulls out a beautiful golden light. I think that's it, really. I think that is good. The mascara I use is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay. All right, now bronzer, cheeks, and lips. I'm going into my Hourglass palette, into the bronzer right in here, and using a smaller brush. This is just a Morphe brush that I have. Morphe M448. I don't know that this was a brush that was made for bronzer, but it's good for me because I have a narrow face and it works well. Sometimes I'll use a really big brush, but a lot of times I like to do this way, and then I'll take the, I'll just go in and take my beauty blender and like blend out the edges. So this does a little bit of sculpting, but mostly bronzing. We're going to use the Natasha Denona Mini Dream Glow brush, which has the highlighter built in. You can use the highlighter separately as well. I'm going to try to mix them and go in, so we're going to have a glowy blush. I'll put a little bit extra highlight on too from this. I actually really like this little mini. I wouldn't mind having this in a, it's a beautiful like shade in general, but I wouldn't mind having it in a full size because I already like made a dip in this pan. So here I went too low, so I'm just gonna go back in with my blender and clean that up just a little. Okay, now to go in with just the highlight. Look at that. So, same thing, I'm gonna pounce it, spray the face, and then I'm gonna do my lips. All right, now I did bring a, I think this is what I'm gonna use. This is, I think, Nina. This one is, I need a nude Natasha. I need to sharpen it though, because it's gonna scrape my lip. But this is a good one. This is one of my favorites, this Nina. I'm gonna have to buy another one of these. Maybe I did. I just bought some from her. What's one this? Oh yeah, I bought a set. Look. That's how much I love it. Same color. I just bought this one, even though I still have this much of this one. I just really, really like this shade a lot. It's flattering, and it's like a perfect nude. All right. All right, let me find a lipstick and I'll be right back. All right, I am going to use this Moira Lush Matte Cream on my lips. This is in the color Mooncake. Pretty. It's a very soft color and I like it. That works really well with Nina too. Okay friends, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go do my hair off camera. Oh, I guess I can do powder with you. Let's do this. This is the Hourglass powder. So let's do a little bit of powder. This is also a beautiful powder from Hourglass. I always put a little bit more on my forehead usually because it gets sweaty and I need it to stay. Okay, there we go. Now we are going to pick that up and do my hair. Okay, friends, I just let my hair is drying. I'm just gonna let it be its curly self today. So, because it's just too hot to mess with. So anyway, here we go. I think it's okay. It was kind of an interesting look because it came out like, you know, half cool, half warm, but I think that shade here picked this up nicely. Yeah, so good. No complaints. It matches my outfit. Everything is good. There will be some photos at the end with like some like up close photos for you guys to check out. And I will try to have everything down below that I can linked for each of you for just ease of convenience. They are affiliate links. If you use them, it does help me. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys all real soon. Bye, friends.
Deep within, here we go. But somehow I'm caught in the middle. Is this the end before we've even begun? Should I work against the flow? A drop in the ocean, so in